Hello everybody and welcome back to Lost Planeswalker. You're here with me, Jesse, the Lost Planeswalker. Today, I thought I'd take a look at all the cool racing teams we're going to see in Aetherdrift. Now, it's important to note that these teams will be the main focus of the story, but there will be many more non-named teams racing all throughout Galliper in Avishkar. The main race that we're following is called the Galliper Grand Prix. In the 10 qualifying teams will be the main focus. Like many of the sets, we have either 5 or 10 distinct teams or groups to help make up the set and help players draft and create a really fun deck. The race this year will take place using the stable Omen paths from Avishkar to Amonkhet, looping through Muruganda, and then back through Amonkhet, and then finishing in Galliper in Avishkar. So the 10 teams that you can expect to see cards based around are the Aether Rangers, the Champions of Amonkhet, the Cloud Spire Racing Team, the Guidelight Voyagers, the Speed Demons, the Goblin Rocketeers, the Elysian Quick Beasts, the SpeedBrood, the Keel Haulers, and the End Raiders. Starting with the Aether Rangers, each of the planes except Muruganda have a team that automatically gets qualified in the Grand Prix. For Avishkar, we have the Aether Rangers. This team consists of humans, elves, Vedalkins, and dwarves. This team encompasses all that Avishkar has and where it will go into the future, with a diverse group of pilots. The Rangers' vehicles are built not only for the road, but to fly above the competition. The co-captains for this team are none other than Pina Nalar, Chandra's mother, and a mnemonic folk hero named Spitfire, which I'm sure we're going to learn more about in the story. Moving to the Champions of Amonkhet, we return to a plane ravaged by war and invasion that's left with a land of the living dead. Zar is an undead Leonin charioteer that died long before Nicol took over the plane, and he will be joined by Basir Ket and a crew of undead charioteers. This race means more to this team than most because a win will show that they have been able to rebuild from a long hardship that they've endured. Now, the team to beat this year is the Cloud Spire Racing Team, who has acquired none other than Chandra Nalar as the co-captain, since these guys were the last year winners of the Galliper Grand Prix. Chandra wanting to win the Ether Spark so that Nissa can once again planeswalk. The Cloud Spire Racing Team consists of racers and engineers from Kylem, who moved to Avishkar. Koladin was the Cloud Spire Racing Team's only captain in the first Grand Prix, and this year will be a co-captain with Chandra. Moving on to the Guidelight Voyagers, this is a team of automatons who have a single mind called the Medicant Core. This group was sent out to explore the multiverse and then return home, finding new pathways and kind of exploring the cosmos while building a map of it. They ended up landing in Avishkar and decided that this would be a great place to take root for a while and learn. This team is searching for something other than just winning this race, but gathering some kind of information that'll help them get home. The Speed Demons are a group of possessed racers and their tormentors who drive spectral haunted vehicles. This team was assembled by none other than Valgavoth from Duskmourn. The demon has let a few leave their homeworld in order to try and win the Ether Spark to help Valgavoth leave Duskmourn. Winter is the captain of the Speed Demons, who we just met in the last set. Valgavoth has his reasons for wanting to escape his prison on the plane, and a win would be terrible for the multiverse, but a loss would mean retribution for the rest of the team. This team's saving grace that could possibly help them win is that they have captured Loot, who has special powers to navigate the Omen paths, and they're going to try and take advantage of this to win. One of the teams I'm most excited to see is the Goblin Rocketeers. These goblins came from some unknown plane who has a deity called the Boost God, which is it's just very silly. The world they came from, they were aspiring to break the velocity limits, and through that, there was a momentary Omen path that landed them in Avishkar. The two co-captains for this are a new goblin we've never met called Redshift, who comes from this unknown plane, and the other one is Deretti, who funded this team and hopes to find and build a machine that can go as fast as possible. Next is a kind of unconventional team with the Alcyon Quick Beasts. This is one of the most unique teams racing because they choose to use their companions instead of vehicles. Similar to Ikoria, riders bond with their animal companions, and these quick beasts can sustain movement for days at a time, so they are a very viable threat. Canadora and Legarin have been forced to race together, even though they're not really a perfect match bonded together. It'll be interesting to see what kind of team they develop. My personal favorite team I'm very much looking forward to is the SpeedBrood. They came from playing with an untranslatable name and this team grows their car in a ritual that has their comrades turn into the vehicle itself. This is an honor to those chosen. The SpeedBrood's captain is Aetherdrift, a Radiant in the SpeedBrood. Aetherdrift is hoping that by performing so well, she will be able to prove her worth and be able to metamorphosis as well. The Keen Haulers are a somewhat crazy team formed by humanoid sharks with air-breathing fishfolk and some humans mixed in. This team drives the bare bones and takes rules to the very edge, testing the boundaries of what's allowed. Their captain is none other than a humanoid shark, I'm assuming named Howler. This team has also employed Carrie Zev and her companion Ragavan to help them win. And last but not least, we have the End Raiders. This group hails from a plane that's very similar to Mad Max in its style. This world is a dying plane and consists of a group of raiders riding on, gasoline-powered motorcycles and or cars. These people live to drive, and with the Omen Paths opening, this gave them an opportunity to raid more and leave this dying plane, but their vehicles were on gasoline, and the Far Fortune gang found themselves an Avishkar, and using the ether fuels, they want to win this race on their quest for a never-ending drive. These teams come with a level of diversity and fun interaction that I'm really hoping to see more of as we move into the race itself. I hope Chandra wins the Ether Spark for Nissa, but I'll be looking forward to the SpeedBrood on the insects that'll come out of this set. And with that, I would just like to say thank you so much for watching. Let me know what team you're most looking forward to winning in the comments down below. And if you would also like to help me out another way, please leave a like, share this video with a friend, and subscribe. That would be amazing. If you would also check out my Patreon and support me that way, that'd be really cool. So today's Scryfall card of the day is Kadira, Caller of the Small. She roams the border between wilderness and civilization, protecting those who need it most. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you later, Planeswalkers.